KFDX 3 News went on the air in April 1953, but it was not until 25 years later that viewers saw a black woman in front of the camera, and that woman would be Martha Iglehart.
Markeisha Jackson and Curtis Jackson invited Martha back to the station. So Markeisha, how does she feel coming back after 44 years?
Martha says it was simply the honor of a lifetime to come back to the place that started it all for her.
It's a homecoming.
Oh, wow. I hadn't seen one of these in a long time.
That's 44 years in the making.
Oh, wow. Here's Warren Silver. He's the guy that hired me.
The year was 1978, and Martha Iglehart would walk into the doors of KFDX and become the station's very first African-American woman reporter and later anchor, giving viewers the chance to turn on Channel 3 and see a black woman gracing their television screens delivering the news.
After I got here, some minds have been changed, but I think after being here and having to prove myself and proving myself, then some hearts started to change, and that made a significant difference.
Martha grew up on the east side of Wichita Falls and would graduate from Hershey High School and go on to college at the University of North Texas, which is where she would consider a career in journalism for the very first time.
And one of my sorority sisters said, "You know what? I bet you would be good in radio and television." And I said, "Tell me about that." Which she did, and 3.5 years later, I was graduating with a degree in radio, TV, and film.
With that degree in hand, Martha would come back home to Wichita Falls in search of an internship with the station she grew up watching, KFDX.
Came home and wanted to find an internship. I came out to the station, interviewed with the station manager, and he said the internship program had been discontinued.
It was what she learned next that showed her discrimination in her hometown and in this industry was still alive and well.
About 3 weeks later, a friend of mine who lived here said, "Hey, guess what? A friend of mine got an internship at Channel 3, and she's going to get paid for it." And I was like, wow.
That intern was a white student.
It made me feel like I wasn't worthy. And you have to remember, this was in the 70s, mid-70s, and there weren't many blacks, period, on television doing the news. And it was so key to get that experience. That was key. Nobody was going to hire you without experience. So it was very important for me to get an internship. So I was willing to work for free. And to find out that someone else came along of a different color and was able to get that and be paid for it, it felt like a little slap in the face. It was very hurtful.
A hurtful incident that wouldn't defeat Martha's dreams of becoming a reporter, only delay it. She then went back to school to get her teaching certificate and began work as a substitute teacher, when a phone call out of the blue would take her from the world of teaching and immerse her back into the world of reporting.
I came home and my mother said, "Hey, Warren Silver called looking for you. And he said the next time you're here to go out and talk to him." And I did, and I was offered a job.
Warren offered Martha an on-air reporting role for Channel 3, making her the first black woman at the station to have that title. It was a change on TV screens that many were excited to see, but that some couldn't bear to witness.
Now, I will say the station got some hate mail, and when I talk about the bittersweet, I can recall an incident when I was called in and a letter was shown to me.
Walking into a room, event, or meeting and being the only person of color was a feeling Martha says she recalls all too well.
You know, you look around and you are the only person, and it is lonely because you feel like nobody has had the same experience that I've had. So it's hard to kind of sometimes to have a deep conversation because they haven't seen life through your perspective, through your eyes. They haven't had those same kinds of experiences.
But day in and day out, Martha took to her job, putting her best foot forward and proved why she belonged, doing such an outstanding job that soon
And I took over the weekends.
She'd be promoted to the position of news anchor.
The day consisted of combing through area newspapers, finding out what events were taking place so that we could come back and inform our viewers. We wrote, we edited, we put together our stories, and then as an anchor, I was still doing all of that. And, you know, shortly before 10 o'clock, I'm throwing on makeup and trying to refresh myself to look like I just stepped into work and say good evening and thank you for joining us.
In those moments, Martha continued to dig deeper and press on, knowing she had a purpose to fulfill and minds to change. She'd go on to cover historical events like the tornado of 1979.
There is a tornado on the ground.
The big tornado in April of 1979. Myself and two other guys left here going to Burke Burnett because a tornado had been spotted there. We got there, the DPS said, oh no, it went up into the clouds, it's headed into Oklahoma, we're out chasing a tornado. We got there, we saw the devastation.
And Martha was again on the front lines delivering the news to those it impacted most.
And so I thought it was very critical that coming here, I had to do my best. I had to do my best. Through the hardships, hurt feelings, whatever happened, doing my best was all that I could do, and that was my goal.
Though a lot has changed
This is your control room. Wow.
in the 44 years since Martha was last in the KFDX3 studio.
Yes.
Now.
Oh, wow.
So, how different does this look?
It looks quite a bit different. You know, ironically enough, when they got them, because it was more equipment than just a film camera, they were worried that us girls couldn't handle the weight of the equipment, and we showed them.
She's still forever grateful for the impact this very place had on her life.
When I left here, I took away far more than what I came with. And the experience that I got, it expanded my world being here. The relationships that I was able to form, they've become lifelong relationships. I just cannot say how grateful that I am for having worked here.
And even more grateful that she was the one to break racial barriers in this local newsroom.
I don't know that I've made a difference, but it sure is humbling, and it is an honor to be recognized that way.
A phenomenal journalist and an even better woman, Miss Martha Iglehart.
Now, it was truly an honor to sit down with Martha. After her time here at Channel 3, she moved to Austin, and these days she's working on her own digital marketing company.
Wow. We're so thankful that she worked here too.
That is such a story that she was able to share and an inspiration to so many.
A groundbreaker for sure. So glad you took us along on her journey, Markeisha. That was such a good story. Thank you so much.